You know, dealing with the days of greed and the 140, you know, it talks about renewal. And people have to renew their history. And when I see the history, I grew up 4 blocks from here. And when I got down to South, it was no rally.
In the desert.
They started them in 40 projects in the community center, but there was no rally before that.
Only the Universal Parliament?
Huh?
Only the Universal Parliament?
Yeah. You know, when I came, nobody had knowledge. I brought knowledge over here. You know, not to brag, it's just a fact. You know, and Divine Prince talks about when he met me coming from Phoenix. Not too proud, but that's where I was coming from. And I was building with him all the way home. I lived on 104th Avenue, which is 4 blocks over on 177th Street. If you between 177th Street and 173rd Street, there's no other 4th, 5th, and 6th. It goes to 173rd to 177th. So 4 blocks over is where I grew up most of my life. You know, and it's there was 2 family brick buildings, and they called it Bricktown because of the brick buildings, but it's actually Hillside Gardens. My old earth used to go right here, 1 block over to the Long Island Railroad and get on the train to go to work. That's how we had it out here back then. But that's talking about. But God understanding when I came out here, there was no rallies. But when there was rallies, I noticed something with you. We brought our students. And most people were studying. Most of us here are studying, we're accomplished, you know. And I see he brought, I'm pretty sure that's your student, because you build them like that, like back in the day. Like I remember, when I came home, that's where I had my students. And so I see the same practice. So I see we have to keep teaching and bringing new blood in here, you know. Me and Divine Prince are starting the street ministry. We call it a Lower Manifest Street Ministry at Broadway Junction in East New York. They said traditionally that the brothers and sisters to meet and go to the parliaments. So we got a table. We're working on with a button maker for the design of the flag because they didn't have enough resolutions. So I pay extra money for the artists to enhance it. And we're having cards with the rallies and the parliaments, and something new coming up that Umi's on the 3rd Sunday of the month at Law School Medina is having earth classes. We got that on there. You know, we're gonna sit up there where the escalators at, those who know they're at the top, and sit there. We have different props. I would go through all the stuff to show y'all. We're gonna put up, and besides giving out the business cards with the rallies, the flags, we're in discussion on how we're gonna give them out, if we're gonna give them out. But we're making the buttons, they're gonna be regular button makers, It's in the name of love. That's what we have to do now. We have to learn how to love instead of hate. Love is the elevation of supreme understanding, and we had that then. Well, I have lifelong people coming in ours with that, we have the love for each other, and we come together. And we was in trouble, we didn't think twice. We didn't even think, actually, about coming to that person's aid. And we know it's almost cliche now, but we say Allah you Akbar, and you was ready to fight. Now you say it's like, what's going on? So you thinking, we just reacting. We're like, oh, we know something's up. A person, you wouldn't say that, jokingly.
Right.
It's not a joke, it's not a game. That's like an SOS, help me. You to the extreme. Go ahead.
I appreciate what you're saying, and